Good afternoon and welcome to the third game of the Tomodachi tournament, day 2. We have Zig Theory out of Adelaide versus Factory, who are a bit of an amalgamation pickup team, players from all over the country. Factory still looking for their first victory of the tournament, but having a good time doing it, according to one of their more experienced players, Chloe McDonald. Zig right into gear, they are up on the line, got everything ready. Factory still meandering down in their own time. We can just remind them it's a 60-second game, so, you know, just get a little bit of a wriggle on. As I'm joined from across the country through the magic of technology by Avril Tam. Avril, how are you going?
Hi, Andy. Yeah, I'm going well. It's more like normal hours in Perth, 9 o'clock now. So hopefully Factory can get a wriggle and can get this game going. I'm keen to see how they've developed since yesterday's very first game of the tournament. As we know, Factory is a bit of an amalgamation of 3 different teams, Factory itself, and then we've got about 4 players from Heads of State and maybe 6 or 7 players from Zesty Chili, our Division 2 team. So it'd be nice to see if they've managed to make some new connections, particularly on offense this game.
Agreed. So Factory obviously in red, Zig Theory in the white strip. It'll be Factory pulling, and we are away. A nice pull to start us off. It'll just exceed the brick mark. And we're underway. Zig running what looks like a bit of a horror, because Factory are throwing a junk and it looks a little bit like a clam. So Zig happy to just swing it around. They've got a little bit of upfield separation now. Factory collapse in. And back to that lateral movement. So Factory giving a few easy throws to Zig at the moment. This is what you'd call a containing zone rather than an aggressive zone, where you've always kind of got to throw open. And that's a nice wide one out. I think that's Forbesy. Yeah, Laura goes, sticks one up, shows a little bit, and it's out of bounds. Probably not a hugely necessary risk to take. But we are early in the game. Yeah, Annie Chen not given much of a chance between the two. Her 2 opponents in the sideline. It was always going to be tough. Factory moving it off the sideline nicely now. Gets the swing off. Now moved up. Yvonne Lim. Yvonne Lim sticks a wide, loopy backhand, but it was just a little bit too far for Yulin.
They're calling for the set again. Looks like they're committed to the zone.
Yeah. And Laura having a smile because she knows she needs to behave for the rest of this point, having given one away. Goes, yeah, you know what? The 3 metre lateral is probably more my thing. Let's see if she holsters again. Yeah, nice and safe from Laura. Here's it to Yuffie. And a miscue. I think that was Annie miscuing, and now so Factory have a chance to catch him in transition here, but Zig do a good job of setting. All right, moves it out. They're on the sideline now, so it's Wish, still working in pretty close quarters. That's Grace Spratt. They want to get it off the line here, tries, but a little bit of a miscommunication between the dump and the handler. Something that happens when you see pickup teams, and Zig are going to go for the quick one. It'll be Laura Forbes underneath it. She's tall, but she's not that tall. Turnover, well done from the Factory player to force Laura to go early.
I'm quite impressed with Factory. Definitely getting a few opportunities early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first game we did, I think, yesterday. And we're seeing a very different team. Obviously, they've gelled quite a lot over the last couple of games. So Wish getting a fair bit of it now. Nice, beautiful flat backhand. In right against the sideline, but Wish has got herself free. She's going to have to bid. No, too far. So, Zig Theory, Yuffie. Factory continuing with this zone. That's not a lot of pressure, but they have got 2 turns from it, so it is working. And this one, a little bit of air shown, but it's safe. Back to Yuffie. Yuffie, the nice wide one over the top. That's where the space is, and that's where Laura Forbes is. And now they can get a little bit of flow going if they wish. That's Annie Chen. It is Annie. Yuffie will probably look. I wouldn't blame her for looking for exactly that for Laura. I couldn't get the words out quickly enough, but that's what I meant. That's a really nice point. I mean, in a zone, you've got to give up something because you can't defend all the players and all the spaces at the same time. And so what Factory there were doing is if you look in kind of diagonal top of the screen where Laura is, Yuffie's seen that. There's, even if that's not a perfect throw, which it wasn't pinpoint, there was still 3 defenders around and none of them had a bid. So that was the weak spot in that zone that Yuffie kept and Laura kept exploiting.
That's right, and I think a couple of those ellipsis connections definitely helped as well. Knew what they were looking for, knew the skill set of the thrower.
So Laura's ellipsis. Who else plays for ellipsis?
Yuffie did as well at the Melbourne tournament. Gabby O'Connor. Just having a look at the team list.
So after all that, it's 1-0. Good grinding point to open the game. And that one is rolled out, I believe. No, landed out. So that'll be a brick. So nice chance for Factory to set up a nice clean offense as we see Zig throw a junk. And the wind's just started to pick up now. You saw that disc catch the lip. That's because the wind has arrived. So Zig, Factory throwing a match look. And the bobbles, so yeah, it's no coincidence. We've seen 2 or 3 skill execution errors, and that's because the wind, that blustery wind that we saw yesterday, has returned today. So players needing to adjust now, be extra careful with their throws.
Perhaps we'll see quite a few zone looks this game. Both Factory and Zig already having put one on now in the first 2 points.
Definitely. But both teams, they're not, as I said before, they're not, as we see Rachel Coe with it, they're not especially aggressive. Zig's probably a little bit more so, but Factories was really giving an open throw at any point. And even this one here, because Rachel Coe's sitting back as that kind of permanent dump. So whenever there's a count that's getting up above a 5, or that one, show half of it. Little scuba-dooba over the top.
That's to Van Gan, one of the chili pickups. Oh, nice grab. That one's Steph Toe, number 8. Ooh, Van Gan's put a bit on it, but successfully pulled down.
Yeah, Rachel Coe had a really good point. I mean, she was one sitting back as that that permanent dump, but then figured she could get out of there. Out of the hand, I thought that was either 2-no-1 or out the back, but it was one of those situations where the player with the disc just had a really nice perspective on the field and kind of threw Rachel into the space that they wanted her to run to.
Yeah.
Doubled back around. Always a little bit nerve-wracking as a player when you have to turn blind. So that, in the sense that you've got to turn away from the disc and you can't see it for a period of time. But that throw is released with nice amount of height, so she could turn around, retrack it. Took it high, but took it well. So nice little start to the game, one apiece. And we do have the live stream on. We are checking the comments, so if there's anything you'd like to see, be it Fausto's interesting haircut, or any questions or feedback or stories or goss that you've got about the players, maybe we can get some fashion advice for our friend here, because that's out there. Interesting. So 10 minutes in, one apiece. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle so far, Avril.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, the wind certainly affecting the plays and seeing more zone looks, meaning that the scores may not be quite as quick as what we've been seeing earlier today. It's a big pull by Kate in Factory and Zig to pick up. Centres it to Yuffie, and it's like they've got that same zone on again. They certainly generated a couple of turns opportunities, so why not give it another go? And so O'Connor back to Yuffie. Oh, really nice one through the middle. Ooh, and a lovely hark. Laura Forbes probably has got... Ooh, she had the read, but ran out of space on the sideline with Even Lim putting some good pressure on, coming across all the way from the other side of the field. And Even Lim picks up, starting from that corner. Not the favourite place for most people to start.
You've got to move that dump backwards. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, nice block by Zig and a quick throw to score.
But it was a really, and I hope we'll see this again a couple of times, it was a really mature setup from Zig.
Yes.
And Factory didn't adjust. So you can see that player there, I think it's Annie Chen, she's marking 2 players. She's marking her dump, which she then gets the D off, but she was also helping on the first out of the stack.
Yep.
So what you would have wanted to see is that Factory dump probably take 2 steps back. You don't want to go too far back and catch it directly behind, but you needed to do something to pull the Zig player out of that position.
Yeah, she ended up,
really
Evelyn ended up having to throw a really sharp inside flick to try and get it off, and it was just not
exactly.
enough window for
that. Even if it was indeed, you do see those discs put down every now and again. So, look, this is, as I don't want to labour the point, but we have mentioned it, Factory are here for a good time, not a long time, I guess. They're a team of players from various backgrounds, and that's the difference, you know, when you've got a team that knows how each other plays, when you've got some kind of structures, that stuff comes a lot easier, whereas Factory, it's still a bit of a learning curve for them. However, they're only 2-1 down.
For sure, and what better way to learn than matching yourself against, high-level opponents? I think after every tournament, there's a lot of growth, so I'm sure they'll really relish this opportunity. Ooh, nice save by Van Gan, a couple of bobbles at it. And we've got a zone look again, that Zigger putting up for defence.
Yeah, it looks like a fence, so it's like a 1-3-2-1. Nice.
Oh, lovely one through the cup to carbon numbers. And they're doing well to get it through the cup, especially after they got that first one through.
Well, as soon as they threw the fence, they've got the numbers advantage.
Yeah. A little bit of air on that one, but Van Gan manages to track it. Back centres, that looks like they've collapsed into a match now.
Yeah, they've done that well, especially being so close to the end zone.
Oh, very nice. Steph toe to Ainsley Holman, two Chile teammates. Nice little chain, Van Gan Steph to Ainsley. So showing that those connections are there early on.
Yeah, you'd be happy with that?
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing the girls again when I'm back in Melbourne in a couple of weeks. Love that attack by Ainsley.
Yeah, agreed. So seeing a bit of a crowd build. Obviously, we had a day of games yesterday, but people with day jobs not as easy to get out. But today being a lovely Saturday, the weather nicer and getting better as the afternoon rolls in. Nice few fans coming, supporting Women's Ultimate. And I anticipate that will grow even more when we have the showcase game, which everyone's very, very pumped about, Avril, the Australian Firetails versus the Tokyo Mavericks.
Yes, I'm pumped as well. I can't wait to see what transpires.
So factory ready to go, Zig having a chat, but all but ready to go.
No name tags for factories today, so everyone's got all the names sorted.
And this one, Zig will look to move this quick now.
Yeah, before that, it's a match, not a zone this time. Ooh, that's a nice attempt by Yules. Zig still have possession of the disc on this close sideline. Doing pretty well to apply a bit of pressure, but Zig move it up. Oh, and a lovely flick huck, but unfortunately goes out the side. Maybe someone got a finger on that.
Yeah, Wish got a hand block on that.
Beautiful.
So what she just sticks the juke up. Bang!
Oh, Wish, hey! There we go.
That was very cool.
Yeah, she was just in that space, kind of poaching in that little lane, in that little pocket, and got the hops.
Right place, right time, and here she is again.
Yep, so we've got Wish to Sprat, who's nice flick, hut to Yulin. Oh, she had in the hand, but I think might have been a ground strip. Zoe kind of picking it up quickly for Zig, goes to Yuffie to send to the disc. Oh, and nice a big huck. She's got three players in the vicinity. Well received. She's just waiting for those cuts to develop, and we've got Zoe O'Connor, safe hands.
Couldn't ask too much of Wish in that point. She already had one Stella D above her head. Running into a 2-on-1 there, that was always going to be tough.
For sure, and to be fair, she had pretty good space, but height matchup was little against her as well.
Yeah, and so you're looking at a 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Yeah,
it actually wasn't her direct matchup either, so she did well to even be there in the first place.
No, good point. It was good awareness that the dangerous spot was going to the end zone, so she put her head down, loaded. But, unfortunately, had too much company.
Oh, golden retriever in the back corner.
I'll add him to the list, or her to the list.
Lovely pull by Ghost to start the point. Disc is received by Kate, who sent us to Chloe Mack. She's got the name, I think she might have the name tag on today.
Yeah, been brought down a peg or two. Teammates probably gave her some feedback. Oh, her don't tell anyone, but that foot was on the line.
Close.
I could see it. It was right in front of us. But
no call though, so play on. Steph Toe up to Chloe Mack.
Nice grab from Chloe behind. Yeah. Had to go back behind herself.
Kate's now got the disc in the middle.
Good breaks.
Yeah, very nice to get it on the other side of the field. And still playing very safe. I like the patience by Factory. They're actually doing pretty well to maintain possession.
And not only that, but they're continuing to throw breaks. So even though they might not always have a dump, they're showing a lot more courage. Although this one's bobbled, but it'll be caught.
Oh, Ains on the scraps to Steph. And we've got a score. Well done to Factory. Number 22. I apologise, I don't have a name there for you. But very nice work to move it side to side. And then got a couple of open passes. That save by Ainsley after the deflection from the defender was beautiful.
And a shout out to Rob from Northern California, tuning into the stream. Pleasure to have you here. Yeah. Factory taking real leaps and bounds. Like that's one of the breaks, and I think we almost see another break here. They weren't doing that in that first game, so now players knowing what's in their toolkits, what they can throw, what they can't throw, makes life that much easier. This is the D that then doesn't become a D and becomes a completion. Sometimes you just need luck to drop your way.
So on the team list, I've got a Julia Catterall and a Kate Boylan. Do we have any numbers for them, Andy?
Nope. I don't think so. I might try and see if I can get... I think Factory are playing pretty fast and loose with their team uniforms. In the sense that there are players in heads of state gear and someone's wearing a... it might be from like Body Fit or something. I don't even think it's a physical uniform. So... still better than last game where the players were actively swapping teams. And there's another on cue. There's a heads of state. I'm pretty sure that's Lachlan McDonald's heads of state shirt. He's not here.
He's not even around.
No, and he wouldn't be on the field if he was. So Laura Forbes, Factory coming down back in that match. Oh, half a finger, I think, was on that. Oh, Forbes, he looks off a long shot. Start of the game, she would have thrown that. Yuffie, Count's getting up. Lovely high release flick to Laura Forbes. Looks to go around, instead goes open side. Zig with patience will score here. Doesn't want to get the broken. Oh, has a little travel, but everything's okay. Factory need to maintain they changed the force there at the last second. That's why Tony was caught behind, because the force was home, but then unfortunately the player on the mark switched it to away. That puts the rest of your stack under the bus, I'm pretty sure. So here, it's home here.
And it goes.
Still home here. And then switches
away there. Yeah.
That'll happen. That will happen.
It's a shame.
Building a mini United Nations here. Constance tuning in from France. So that's fantastic. Hello, Constance. So we've got North America, France. We've got some Irish players on Fuse. We've got a Japanese team here. Love to see it.
We've got UK and US represented on Spicy as well, so plenty of international flavour.
Spike ball court up in the background there near the coffee van.
Always good for a good warm-up.
Why play one obscure sport when you can play two? Like, that's, let's just fully embrace the zeitgeist, I say. So, Zig Theory. This one, we touch and go. It's in. Never in doubt. So, Factory taking, they'll want to centre it. They do. And, as you said, Avril, Zig throwing a junk once again.
This time 3 in the cup. 3-2-2 looks like. So potentially practicing some slightly different looks in preparation for Nationals later in April.
A lot of space. Again, probably more a containing cup because you can see top of screen. There's always a player free. Now they might have to break to get it to them, but no one's anywhere near it. And even these little 4-metre passes, not enough pressure being put on by Zig. Donald, little lefty backhand.
Yeah, Sophie Mack and Kate marshalling it through just like they were yesterday.
They're right at the end zone line now, and all too often, nice and easy, safe. Chloe Mack. I was just about to say, all too often, teams work it up 95% of the way using one strategy, and they've for some reason changed the strategy in the last 5% and bugger it all up. Not so with Chloe Mack, experienced campaigner. Even though, yeah, you were seeing that's where Zig started to collapse through. But if I was Zig's coach, actually, who's coaching Zig, Avril? Do you know?
I've got no idea.
I'd probably the feedback I'd give is look at all the players; they're all looking at the disc.
Yeah.
They're all looking at the disc. When you are playing defense in a zone, particularly if you're on the mark or in the cup, you need to have your head on the swivel. Because you know where the disc is, right? Someone's caught it, and they'll at least hold it for 1 second. So you need to look at what the next throw is or where the next threat is. And so you see there, some people call what's called disc watching, where they're watching the disc rather than, right, what is the next biggest threat that I need to position myself to take away?
That's right. It's all about the anticipation, which is difficult because human instinct is to follow the disc, but really need to train yourself to, like I said, swivel the head back and forth and make sure you're assessing for the potential next threats. We've got Liz Patterson, who's getting the legs nice and stretched, doing a couple of handstands. She's also one of the chili pickups.
So 4 apiece. It's and it feels about that as well. So
Yeah.
I know Zig Theory are, when I say a proper team, I think this is a big lead-up tournament for them. But I must say, I'm gunning for Factory here because it would be nice to see them get a victory take a victory away today.
Yes, absolutely. I think going for the underdogs always a good bet.
That's it. And it's nice to see a few of these different zone looks. So Factory happy for the lateral movement, but now here comes the bomb.
Ooh, it's got the deep.
And good deep.
Oh,
Go
another
again.
Deflection.
Wow.
Oh, well done on pulling
Gee,
that
hold
down.
that.
Zig. Oh, break side. Plenty of fat space. Pulls it down. And that was 2, who I believe also scored the previous Zig point. Yes, Tu Tran. So she has been playing for about 3 years and really excited to be playing against international teams at this tournament.
It's a great grab. Steph Childs had the grab. Yeah, and Tran with the goal.
I have to say, the wind doesn't seem to be too bad from my screen, Andy. How's it feeling down on the ground?
Yeah, it's behaving itself now. It had a little, and even you'll probably see we are getting rays of sunshine, which is
Wow.
a novelty. Yeah, crack out the coconut oil shortly. So yeah, not sure who's. I don't think Zig have a coach with them, at least at this tournament.
Not for this tournament, yeah.
But As long as they've got someone to respond to emails about Nationals tournaments,
Yes,
we'll be okay.
key.
Too soon? Too soon? Okay, too soon. Sorry. All right, moving right along.
Well, you have to say,
This might
though,
be my last commentary game with ULTI.TV. I think Mike might just send me on my way now.
I have to say though, that southern region section is got some good depth. Hey, we've got obviously the two Lipsis teams. We've got Chile with their two teams currently Div 1 and Div 2, and then obviously Zig. But we've got Heads of State, which strong team. We've got a couple of the Tassie girls really pushing through too in the future years. So we might have to see some restructure in terms of the bids and things. Perhaps some of the Victorian teams can steal it away from New South.
That was a really good setup from Zig Theory, getting a D on the first throw and throwing a goal on the first throw.
One throw point. Very nice.
So that's big. Disappointing for Factory because they've worked so hard to kind of maintain proximity on the scoreboard. Now it's a 4-6 score. Not unachievable by any stretch, but when you are playing, we are now almost exactly at the halfway point. When you are playing shortened games, you don't want that gap to move too far beyond 2 or 3 points.
No, and that was a very quick point compared to the previous ones in this match, especially with the zone slowing things down. So it's always a little bit of a sting when quick point happens.
And especially because Factory had been doing a reasonably good job of working through that fence.
Oh, we got a poodle mix flashing across.
Yep, poodle. Yep.
Might be 6 or 7.
Oh, I think we're going to exceed yesterday's numbers.
I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen some of the repeats, but perhaps you've seen them, Andy, just haven't been visible on my screen.
Yeah, it is. So it's 6-4, Zig Theory leading. And nice poor reception from Factory. Zig coming down in that cup.
So Zig have opted for a zone look, despite there not being a lot of wind, so they're backing themselves in.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Oh.
You then zipped one through the cup, but not really a receiver there. So Zig now with an opportunity for another break.
This is for half.
Ooh, that low throw, but picked up off the shoelaces, diving catch.
Laura's been very restrained with her hucks. As we see a big one go up, that's over. I think Laura's still feeling a bit sheepish about that first point. So there have been a few that I was like, yeah, that'll go, but has shown a lot of discipline. That's a great grab. Needed to get low to make sure of it.
So even Lim showing a lot of leadership. You can see and hear her directing her players to spread out the defence. Ooh, so Wish trying to get it through, dumping back to Kate, but some hands slipped through. On the doorstep now for Zig. Across to Laura Forbes. And out through the back. Oh, it's a bit high. Oh, even Lim just gets there. She flashes across very quickly. Closing speed is very good. Factory.
So fun fact about Laura Forbes, had to get out of jury duty. I think we're going to see a call here. No call. Had to get it out of jury duty to play this tournament. Power to her.
I'm impressed. Usually make it pretty hard here in WA.
I was about to say, I don't know if judges, as we see a big break. Ooh. Oh, Tony. Mary Tony. I reckon that went between her fingers. She had a great bit at that. Unlucky. And that will bring us to half, I believe, because that was Zig's goal, wasn't it? Yes. So 7-4 the scoreline. We will take a quick break. We'll listen to the huddles of the respective teams and come back with the all the action of the second half and see if Factory can mount a little bit of a mini comeback.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
And I've got a very special guest from Factory. We're joined by, are you the captain?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm a pickup.
A pickup, okay. You're the pickup captain, Chloe McDonald. Chloe, we said at the start of the tournament, obviously you're an amalgamation of a few different players. Having fun is the main focus, but you're half a shot here. What was the message at halftime?
The message was, well, I suppose two parts. One, to keep having fun and working hard together, because that's what we've been doing, getting to know each other and having fun with our new group of friends. And then the second part was we're in this game. We can come out with the win in this game. So let's work hard and put everything out there on the field and just get it done, really. Yeah. So
excellent. No, you're a live shot. We're about to get the second half underway, and it's good to see that you've conformed with the name tags as well. So all the best for the second half.
Great. Thank you, Andy.
And we've got Yuffie with a big pull from Zig to get the second half underway. We've got Liz Patterson to pick up for Factory. Well, nice one through to Sprat, through to Even Lim, back to Van Gan, but that was just a little overthrown.
That's unfortunate because that was really nice flow early on as well.
Yeah, you can see once they got behind, they had a lot of open players just over the wall of Zeke defenders.
And not everyone would have seen it, but that's the difference between a Holly Reeve, who throws so balanced, whereas that throw was kind of the player's centre of gravity was really high. They weren't set, and that's where you don't have that much control, or you have less control as to where the disc is going to fly.
Yeah, so we've got Van Gan picking up because they've earned another opportunity here. To Sprat, to Liz Patterson, who's a lefty. Ooh, across the field. Oh, and a completion caught by... Is that Steph Toe? No, 31. Who have we got there?
Rachel Coe.
Rachel
They've all
Coe.
swapped.
Well done.
They've all swapped jerseys. Just because this gig ain't hard enough. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Appreciate it.
That was beautiful look by Rachel. I didn't think Rachel was going to get there in time for this as across the field shot, but really well done to get on her knees. And Factory comes out firing for a quick score to open the half.
Well, like Chloe said, they're a live chance here. They're in this game. They did what they need to do. They held their offense. We will try and get a spike ball update for you when we know the scores and when I learn the rules. But in the meantime, Zig Theory is 7, Factory of 5. If we see a Factory break here, it is game on. Make no mistake.
No, and with the spirit that they're playing this game with, though, I wouldn't be surprised, I have to say, if they did.
There is I'll give you the hot tip. There's a reasonably rotund Labrador getting around, and he is flirting with the sidelines. So if we see a point stopped, I reckon I'll be putting my money on that it's our chunky friend. Actually, he's back as the zoner now. I think we're safe.
Maybe he was the one who got into those chips earlier. Alright, and a nice pull by Kate. Ghost picking up for Zig. And they've got a zone. Factory have set that zone on. It has been working for them, so we'll see if it works for them for this play. Although Zig are doing well to get through the cup, and a big huckle, the little bladey. Steph Toe gobbles that one up, Factory, and they get an opportunity for the break here. Kate picks up quickly, gets the disc moving to the far sideline.
Yeah, caught Zig napping there for that first throw. They were too busy talking about the last the turnover.
Very nice and great attack there by Factory. In the middle of the field again now, and plenty of open players. I'm not sure what's happening with Zig with the match, but it's not particularly tight.
They just got to wake up. No, they just got to wake up. Like, they are getting free shots. Here's another one.
Yeah, just the easy open unders all day. Steph Toe now with the disc.
Another
easy open under to Yulin. They're on the doorstep now. Oh, Factory get the break. Yulin to Kate. Not sure what happened. Maybe the Labrador's a bit of a distraction, but just seem to be 2 steps behind.
Yeah, I don't think Zig, if they look back and watch this point, I don't think any player on that field would be wanting to watch it too many more times than once. Just the level of intensity there probably dropped a little bit. I was actually wondering, did some players think that they were playing a junk? Were they playing a zone? Because it did seem like there was a bit of confusion, bit of switching, and that's why you always saw a player free.
Yeah. No, I think you might be right. I mean, they have been playing a lot of zone, so perhaps just readjusting to that match formation.
So, we've got a game, 7-6. Wheels are in motion. Things are happening. See Steph Childs having a chat to her line. She began playing at her local club. Sorry, Avril?
I was just asking if you got any sense of what was in the circle for Zig during halftime.
Nothing at all. No, I got close to the to Chloe and her team. Wasn't able to, but I might try and pinch one of the Zig players for a quick chat, maybe at a timeout, and see what the message to them was.
Right. So we've got Zig, we've got Ufi, one of their very dependable handlers. Zig bringing it across to the close sideline. Factory doing pretty well to keep them at bay, but now they get a little gainer. And Zig looking around, goes for... Ooh, the swing across the field doesn't quite connect. Let me say the intensity or the focus perhaps just not quite there for Zig these last couple of points.
Yeah, you're spot on. you're spot on. That these teams came out of half. That's a really nice gainer.
Go
Go
Van,
on.
go Van
Go on.
Yes! A beautiful layout by Van Gan and an away throw.
Push
And
it.
she throws
Yes.
the score to even Lim.
Play of the day. Play of the day. That is exceptional.
Absolutely. Jeez, it's a real polar opposites at the moment. Zig kind of a bit slow on their feet, a bit sluggish, not moving very well.
Yeah.
And Factory on the opposite, they've got a spring in their step and not afraid to bid. This was beautiful by Van Gang, just tracking that disc, enough float for it to get plenty of time to bid there.
And you know it's
Outstretch with
good
both
when
hands.
you look at the sideline from Zig Theory, and even all of Zig Theory they had hands up. They respected that. And just as importantly, and you see this a lot, particularly in the men's game, because I think the male ego is just dumb. The next play, they throw it away. You know, they do something amazing, and then they undo it all by throwing it away. Real patience. As soon as she jumped up, saw an option, threw a really nice, safe, flat throw to convert it.
Absolutely. And
Conservation of greatness, they call it.
Yep, that's it. And Van Gan really backing in her skill set. She is a fantastic thrower. I also just saw a Japanese Spitz there next to Coffee Ban, and there's 2 doggos just wandering out the back as well in the path. So we've got 3 to the tally, 4 to the tally,
yeah,
2 Spitzes. Might be the same ones from yesterday, I suspect.
Oh, I'm counting them. I don't mind.
So make it on screen. It's on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I should have brought mine down. Although he would have been on the field every second point. I don't know how much Frisbee we would have seen. So Factory are in this, and they know they're right in this, so it's on Zig to respond. Let's see how they come out in this point.
Nice save by Ghost, just picking it off the ground. Not
Does
literally.
look like they're playing a junk.
Yes, it's been working, so stick with what they know. Zoe Connor, Ghost, Carmen, that big mark in front. Ooh, and that's a drop. Wow, Factory really having fantastic momentum here, and you've got some really tall, big marks up in that front wall, which is probably making it quite tricky for Zig. And that's an up-the-line shot to you, Lynn. So on the far side line, nice undercut by Liz, but looked off there. She's looking for the dump. Oh, a lovely inside flick to dump. Oh, unfortunately, that's a little bit off centre. And
She has to
Zig
go.
now,
She
there's
has to
plenty
go.
of space to work with. Oh, and that throw's just a little bit too zippy for her receiver, Amy, I believe. I think
Yeah.
Amy is also one of the Ellipsis pickups.
That's unfortunate because Amy worked really hard to get that separation, even if
Yeah.
that throw is thrown with a little bit of air underneath it.
Yeah, she would have a
had
time
that
like
much
Van Gang
space
for a big
and
bit.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all ahead of Factory now. They're going to have to work it every metre of the field.
Oh, Zig almost had a hand to that, but Steph Toe just manages to grab that inbounds. Sends it to Liz, who has a nice leading pass to Carmen Umbers, but unfortunately just couldn't wrap the fingers around that one. So Zig have another shot, goes to the close sideline to pick up. And they're setting that zone again.
Yu-Chen was off. If that went, Yu-Chen was isolated in the end zone.
Space. Oh, Amy to Zoe O'Connor on Zig. See if they can just maintain possession, keep it calm, cool, calm and collected, as they say. Amy back to Amy and to Zoe O'Connor, just seeing what's coming. And Factory sticking with the zone, even this close to the end zone, and why not when it generates another block?
Yep.
Just that trailing edge out the side, very difficult to track.
So once again, Factory going to have to move it every. What do we play? 70 metres? Is it 70 metres? 68.
Is it 70 or
70
68?
Yeah, I think it's 68.
Might be 70
So
yards.
you're going to have to work it up. Oh, that's a dangerous one.
Ooh. So Zig snaffles that down. Oh, and it lays into the end zone. That's Zoe O'Connor to Amy.
That's a great grab. 2 hands out in front. That had a
Yes.
bit of spice on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very zippy throw, but some Ellipsis teammates combining well there. That was a beautiful heads-up awareness just to rifle that from the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, Clarice Tan sets up really well, has a really, Clarice, we might actually grab her and get an idea as to what the message was. If she's coming to the bench, she might just be hogging field time, actually. I know she's there. Clarice! All right, we are going to have Clarice join us momentarily. Hello, Clarice. How are you going? Oh, the other way.
The other way?
Sorry, Clarice has just put him on backwards.
Nice guy blocked by Clarice Tan just now.
Clarice, nice block just then. Helped you put your team back in it. I would say, though, coming out of half, you've been a bit sluggish. You kind of let Factory back into it. What was the message at halftime? Was it be sluggish or...?
I think the team is just trying to have fun.
Okay, having fun.
Having fun, yeah. And, yeah, just follow the flow.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, well, it's a nice close game. What do we got? 10 minutes left?
I think so. I haven't been keeping track.
What highlights are you going to bring us?
Oh, I haven't done a layout this game. Actually, all tournaments. So maybe, like the one that Vanessa just did before. That was a great one.
Okay. All right, that's where the bar's set. Okay.
Yeah.
11 minutes. Go get it done.
All right, I'll try.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So Clarice setting the bar pretty high for herself. I'm sure she can do it. And again, unfortunate from Factory. Did all the hard work, but fell down at the final hurdle. Big backhands going to Forbes. Really good D.
Oh! Very nice. Was that Rachel Coe again?
That was Rachel Coe.
Well read.
Really good. A really good confidence to stick with your line because you know you've got Forbesy coming over the top. Who could just, you kind of go gadget, legs and arms and monster you. But Rachel kind of backed herself in, saw her line, tracked the flight of the disc and went, nah, you know what? I've got the best position here. I don't need to worry about my my defender.
Yeah, and you know the thing that I found really good that she did was that she actually turned her head early enough so she could actually track that last couple of metres. So if she had turned it, a bit later, she would have lost sight of that very easily. Oh, and got Factory. Oh, unfortunate. Worked it really quickly up the field, but just that last pass, not quite there. And we've got Zig on the right side, going to the left. Laura forces those go gadget arms. Plucks it from the air, back to Yuffie. Let's see if Factory can get another opportunity. Zig working it well to the other side, but doing it slowly, maintaining possession. Yuffie on the far side. Oh, and a very nice one, inside throw through.
Yeah, they're able to sit like where Forbes is now. That throw can go. There's enough coverage, enough separation there that they can keep moving up in these exactly like that. Didn't work,
that's
but
just a cold drop.
Yeah, just going under through the middle.
Oh, another nice little inside. Oh, Kate's got the disc for Factory now. Waiting for things to evolve downfield. Oh, and that's a lovely gainer to Even Lim, who's been a real leader for this Factory team.
Great up
Chloe Mack goes up the line. Where's that continuation? Even Lim wants it, but not coming. Through, mooted for Wish. Back to Chloe, that 1-2, but not quite there. Bit of congestion. Oh,
grab.
Speculative throw, but Even Lim pulls it down. A lot of heat from a couple of Zig defenders, and well done to Factory. Really in this game.
I'd like to point out Wish as well. Wish was being marked by Forbesy, and Forbesy, you see there, Forbesy's not looking at Wish. She's getting into that space. So Wish getting that disc, it actually stopped Laura poaching on a D in the first place, and gave enough space for Chloe to throw. It was probably a 60-70%er, but hey, it's a goal in the score sheet, and that's all that matters.
You don't even take that. Yeah, so important to make sure you keep your defender engaged on offense, even if you might not be the active player. And that was a great demonstration by Wish.
Totally.
So we've got Liz, Steph, Yules, Sprat, Tony, Yu Chen, and I'm not sure about the last one in the heads of state shirt. So we're 8 apiece
so it's
now.
8 apiece. Yep. What are we? 53. So we've got just over 6 minutes left. So next couple of points are going to be big.
It'll be crucial. I reckon the next team, the team that scores this point, is probably going to win it. That's a call.
Big call. I'm going to, even though Factory have it, Zig have it, I've got a feeling, I just think Factory in a better headspace.
Yep, absolutely, and with that momentum as well.
That said, Zig Theory really disciplined work with the disc now. No one putting any unsafe options out there, just swinging, getting enough upfield movement so they're releasing pressure, but also very happy to move it side to side.
Interestingly,
nice.
Factory have opted for a match defence in this point.
Yeah, but if they're going to do that, they need to put more pressure on the break. Because right now there are too many breaks coming out. And bang, there's the tee.
Sprat, lovely recognition. Her player was leaving, but ooh.
Everyone smiles, but I think everyone tripped over one another. It's going to be in on a 0 count. It's in by a violation.
Yeah. So this was really nicely done. Although her opponent had cleared the space, Sprat just did a little quick head check, had seen that Amy was coming into that open side, just managed to get there in front of her.
Yeah. Clever play there. Not so clever was when Grace Sprat pierced her own ear with a safety pin.
That's a lovely huck. Sorry to interrupt. Lovely huck by you then to Liz. Ooh! And he goes for a huck to Steph, but just a little bit too much on that inside out and just fell away from her last second there. But Sprat with the big arms on the mark on Ghost now.
This is going to go.
Oh, we see them going long. Let's see if Factory can get some bodies down. Oh no, that's a nice completion by Zig. And, a one-handed scoop grab from 2 again. I think that's her 3rd goal for the game for Zig.
That's a huge play from all players involved there. That was really, really big.
Steph was close to that, but just trailing away from there.
Yeah, look at that. You got 2 players, both with separation. Ideally, you only want to see one going deep, but when you see 2, both have at least 5 metres separation. And again, as I said before, real good patience. You've done something good. You've caught a real long huck. You don't want to throw away that last 5 metre pass, and they didn't.
Almost 57 minutes now. So this may be the last point. Although
it may be. So
Universe, if they're going to go for a Universe point.
I think we are playing draws. I think it's a hard cap. So we could have a draw. We could have a Zig Theory 10-8 win. Or if Factory score quickly, we could be playing a Universe point pre-time cap. So it'll really depend on the game. Yeah, it really depends on, I guess, the game smart, for want of a better term. Like, do they just look to score, or are they going to try and score quick?
I'm not sure that the players are aware of the time, to be honest. Probably very
That's
just absorbed.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, because sometimes that influence can make you take bad decisions.
Yeah.
As you see Zig Theory now get a chance to put a nail in the coffin on this one. And I'm watching the Mavericks team warm up in preparation for the showcase game, which will be in 30 minutes.
Very exciting. And Zig on the far sideline, moving it up a lot more clean. Ooh, as I say that, bit of a bobble, but great grab.
It worked.
certainly being a little bit more patient, cleaning up the offense a little bit. So there's... oh, and Yuffie goes for a big huck, but not completed, even though there were 2 of her receivers in the space. Came out a little bit bladey, so not quite as floaty as she might have hoped. And Carmen Umber's doing well there to just push that disc down into the ground.
Yeah, and look, like you said, like maybe the players don't know how long is left, but it's the flip side for Zig Theory. The time is on your side. Just passing it around. The very worst thing that can happen is it's a draw. You know, you cannot lose this game. Whereas now, if Factory can score in the next 60 seconds, they would then have a chance to win.
Mm. Oh, big shot by Kate from Factory. Oh. Both Chloe and Carmen actually, yeah, they had the deep space, but I think the fatigue now is starting to set in.
Spot on. There look to be some sore legs out there at the moment.
So Zig bringing it in on the far sideline again. The offense certainly a lot cleaner than a couple of points ago just after half. Squeezing it up that sideline.
Yeah, you're right. Just get a little bit of lateral space. There you go. And if you can do the same again, there's just every player is in there.
That cram hole.
Yeah.
Oh, way to catch your D, Rachel Coe. Oh, no. But she throws it away. Like you said, that conservation of greatness.
Yeah, that's just fatigue. So this might be it as we now reach time cap.
Oh, fatigue both ways.
Yeah, so we might be looking at a draw. I think this one just gets caught in Rufi's hand. Yep.
And the glove.
The controversy of gloves, Avril.
All right, so we got Kate bringing up to the line. Ainsley setting up her cut. She's going deep. Rachel Coe's coming under. It's a high one, but Rachel Coe does very well to grab that. Nice. And Kate's going up the line now. See if there's a long option. Go Carmen, go. Oh, go. Oh, there's weary legs.
They're gassed.
Yeah.
They're gassed.
Chloe Mack with the disc. Across to Kate. Kate looking... Not much happening. Ainsley gets free on the under. Went across to Carmen on the far sideline.
Just bring it back to centre. Bring it back to centre. Go to Chloe.
Yes, very nice centre to Chloe Mack. Always reliable. And Kate's getting on a bike. There we go. Getting it across to the closer sideline now, but not much connection to the downfield. So Kate and Chloe having to just work it between them.
Well, the stack's lost its shape now. People are tired, so they're not clearing as hard. So it will have to. It will have to be the handlers doing the hard work.
And that fatigue showing, I think.
And fair enough, we're going to be having a timeout. I'll jump off because I'll try and get clarity to see, just in case we see a score from Factory, what is going to happen. So we'll take a very quick break and be back with the final points of this game.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
Back to one. Dom does an epic voiceover on that. That's just like the best voiceover on Burning Man.
Righto, welcome back. Averil's checked the disc in. Zig Theory, they put this in, they win the game. If there's a turn, I'll tell you what happens. I can't quite believe it, but might not need it because Zig Theory have thrown for the game. And it's a turn. So Avril.
Yes.
If it is a draw, they do not play another point, as we see an injury. They don't play another point, but they cannot have a draw.
Huh?
So, yep, that was my reaction. So they have to find a way of determining the winner between the two teams.
So it might be a dance-off to decide the game.
Dance-off, street fighter, wah, rock, paper, scissors, a thumb war, a sack race on consecutive Sunday. All options are on the table. So, again, it's been a day of firsts for me commentating, and that is another one. So, I was going for Factory before. I'm really going for him now. as we see Ko take a really confident first cut. Really nice up the line.
Oh, is there a deep option? Go, go, go. Oh, just closed off. We've got Ainsley with the disc. You can do it, Ains. Just centre it, just centre it. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's a stall out called.
Yeah. We're going to have a chat about it. But, yeah, it's in, yeah.
All right, so we've got Yuffie trying to calm everyone down, yeah.
Nice swing to open the point up. Good throw. All about locking down the brakes now. Keep them in this corner.
Oh, that looks like it might be it. Yes, it
will
is.
Be it. Well, a good finish to the game. It's a shame for Factory. They will have a couple more opportunities to get a win on the board at some point. But power to Zig Theory. They were challenged coming out of half because Factory really lifted the quality of their game, lifted the quality of their D. And Zig had to respond, and they did. So a thoroughly enjoyable game, a close one. Factory far more competitive in the game that we've seen now compared to where they started. So, and most importantly, as Chloe said, they're having fun. So that's Avril. I think that's it for us for this game. The next game will, of course, be the showcase game. That is the Australian Firetails versus the Tokyo Mavericks. We may be bringing that again in a bilingual stream, so on Japanese streams and English streams. We'll confirm that. But it should be an absolute cracker. And Avril, I think we'll have you on for some special comments on that game as well.
Yeah, I believe so. I think wins all round for Factory. I think showing some great spirit. You could really tell they're having a lot of fun together. So, well done.
ULTI.TV.